Hey everyone, and welcome back to Vlogmas 2020. If you and I have not met yet, my name is Melissa. So for the next couple videos, 2-3 videos, I'm going to be showing you some different ideas for teens and tweens. This one, as the title says, is for teen boys who don't like to read. And so this is full of books that either Christian has read himself or ones that I am gifting him this Christmas or have in my wish list on Amazon to get him in the future. They are award-winning books. They are on Amazon's teacher picks. I don't know if you know about that. I accidentally came across it. But if you go into Amazon, there is a whole section of teacher picks per grade level, and it has it separated into, I believe it's kinder, it might be pre-K, I don't remember. Either pre-K or kinder to 8th grade. And it just has all kinds of books that have been suggested and highly recommended by teachers of those grade levels. So I will link that down below. So I'm going to put the book beside me right over here so that you can see what it looks like. And then I am just going to read the description on Amazon as far as what the book is about. A few of them, I'll talk about why I like them, if Christian has read them before, why I'm excited about them. You get it. I don't need to explain this to you guys. You're smart. So if you're interested in finding books that your boys will read if they do not like to read, then keep watching. So I have all of these saved in my Amazon cart. That way I can just press on them. I can read you what the description is on Amazon, and then I will link everything down below that I talk about here today. I do want to say all of these books that I came across have extremely high ratings, 78 and above. There's only one that has 78. Everything else is 80 and above. So the first one is The Wednesday Wars by Gary Schmidt. The Wednesday Wars is a wonderfully witty and compelling story about a teenage boy's mishaps and adventures over the course of the 1967 through 68 school year in Long Island, New York. Meet Holling Hood, a 7th grader at Camillo Junior High who must spend Wednesday afternoons with his teacher, Mrs. Baker, while the rest of the class has religious instruction. Mrs. Baker doesn't like Holling. He's sure of it. Why else would she make him read the plays of William Shakespeare outside class? But everyone has bigger things to worry about, like Vietnam. His father wants Holling and his sister to be on their best behavior. The success of his business depends on it. But how can Holling stay out of trouble when he has so much to contend with? A bully demanding cream puffs, angry rats, and a baseball hero signing autographs the very same night Holling has to appear in a play in yellow tights. As fate sneaks up on him again and again, Holling finds motivation, the big M, in the most unexpected places and musters up the courage to embrace his destiny in spite of himself. I just think that sounds like an amazing book. All of these books that I'm going to be sharing with you kind of lean into character and integrity, responsibility. There are some that are from like the different wars that our country has fought. There's a couple that also talk about the Holocaust, but all that are appropriate for this age group of children. The next one is Stories for Boys Who Dare to Be Different, True Tales of Amazing Boys Who Changed the World Without Killing Dragons by Ben Brooks. I love the title of this one, and I'm super excited. A little secret, I did get this one for Christian. You won't find any stories of slaying dragons or saving princesses here. In Stories for Boys Who Dare to Be Different, author Ben Brooks, with the help of Quentin Winter's striking full-color illustrations, offers a welcome alternative narrative, one that celebrates introverts and innovators, sensitivity and resilience, individuality and expression. It's an accessible compilation of 75 famous and not so famous men from the past to the present day, every single one of them a rule breaker, a stereotype smasher in his own way. Entries include Frank Ocean, Salvador Dali, Beethoven, Barack Obama, I do not know how to say this word, Ai Weiwei, I'm not sure, Jesse Owens, and so many more heroes from all walks of life and from all over the world. again, I'm super excited about that one. Next up is Grenade by Alan Gratz. It's 1945 and the world is in the grip of war. Hideki lives with his family on the island of Okinawa near Japan. When World War II crashes onto his shores, Hideki is drafted into the Blood and Iron Student Corps to fight for the Japanese army. He is handed a grenade and a set of instructions. Don't come back until you've killed an American soldier. Ray, a young American Marine, has just landed on Okinawa. This is Ray's first ever battle, and he doesn't know what to expect, or if he'll make it out alive. He just knows that the enemy is everywhere. Hideki and Ray each fight their way across the island, surviving heart-pounding ambushes and dangerous traps. But then the two of them collide in the middle of the battle, and choices they make in that single instant will change everything. Alan Gratz, New York Times bestselling author of Refugee, returns with this high-octane story of how fear and war tear us apart, but how hope and redemption tie us together. Oh, that almost made me cry. Oh my goodness, that just gave me chills as I was reading that. I think this is gonna be a great one too. Again, I'm all about a true story, or something that kind of goes along with something that has happened in America's past. And so I think this will be a really good one as well. Next is Icefall by Alex Staniforth. A suspenseful memoir marked by adventure, hardship, and achievement, Alex Staniforth's Icefall is the remarkable true story of a teenager's journey to conquer Mount Everest. Plagued by adversity and epilepsy as a child, Alex developed a determination and will to succeed that would ultimately lead him from his home in Cheshire, England, to the face of Everest at only 18 years old. Though his will to reach the summit was extraordinary, he could have never anticipated the unprecedented dangers and risks that the mountain had in store for him. In this inspirational tale of tragedy and redemption, Alex reveals the universal truth that adversity may be the greatest teacher of all, but nothing can teach you more about life than death. Again, I love true stories. I love for my kids to read true stories. It kind of takes away that whole fairy tale in some of the books that are out there. And I just like for them to hear from other people their age or kind of around their age, or even older adults for that matter. But I think it means a little bit more sometimes when they read things from a person who is close to their age, because they can relate a little bit easier. For Christian, he is 14 and a half. And so 18 is not that far away for him. And so I think that he'll really enjoy this one as well. So the next one is a little bit more spiritual. This one is called Guy's Guide to God, Girls, and the Phone in Your Pocket by Jonathan McKee. I love this one. So Christian is not getting this one for Christmas. He actually already has it. A friend of mine gave it to him a couple months ago when he and her son were baptized together. And he has absolutely loved this book, which is, again, saying a lot because, like I said before, he doesn't love to read. But this is a really, really great book. If you have teenage boys, I highly recommend this book. I think that you'll really enjoy it. The Guy's Guide will encourage your faith, challenge you spiritually, and give you real-life advice how to live out your faith in today's highly secularized culture with distractions lurking around every corner and just a click away. 101 real-life tips including, today's nerd is tomorrow's boss. If you have to look over your shoulder to check if anyone's in the room, you probably shouldn't be typing it into the search engine. Learn a skill that would help you survive a zombie apocalypse. Losing your temper feels really good for about 17 seconds. Keeping your cool feels even better for the rest of the week. Realize most bad choices usually began 5 choices ago. If you had a TV in your bedroom, unplug it right now and move it to another room. And dozens more helpful hints to provide spiritual, practical, and even humorous advice for navigating the challenges of your teen years with confidence and wisdom. Next is the 57 Bus by Dashka Slayer. If it weren't for the 57 bus, Sasha and Richard never would have met. Both were high school students from Oakland, California, one of the most diverse cities in the country, but they inhabited different worlds. Sasha, a white teen, lived in the middle-class foothills and attended a small private school. Richard, a black teen, lived in the crime-plagued flatlands and attended a large public one. Each day, their paths overlapped for a mere 8 minutes. But one afternoon on the bus ride home from school, a single reckless act left Sasha severely burned and Richard charged with 2 hate crimes and facing life imprisonment. The case garnered international attention, thrusting both teenagers into the spotlight. The next one is Brave Heroes and Bold Defenders, 50 True Stories of Daring Men of God. And this is by Shirley Ray Redmond. Meet men who have used their God-given talents to live out their faith to the fullest. They come from a variety of backgrounds, eras, and ethnicities, but each one has answered the Lord's call on their life in bold and innovative ways. Children of all ages will be inspired by the story of C.S. Lewis, professor and author of the influential Chronicles of Narnia series, Zhang Boli, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Chinese descendant, journalist and Christian pastor, Richard Allen, former slave and founder of the African Methodist Episcopal Church, Tim Tebow, athlete, Heisman Trophy winner, and outspoken follower of Christ, Father Damien, priest who dedicated his life to helping lepers in Hawaii. These and the other 45 defenders of faith featured in this book have made a profound impact on the world around them and in many cases changed the course of history. Strong, smart, and sometimes outspoken, these men are tremendous examples of God's love in action. These inspiring profiles will captivate kids' imaginations and encourage them to discover their own gifts and how they can use them to glorify God. Next is The Teen's Guide to Social Media by Jonathan McKee, and this is 21 tips to wise posting in an insecure world. Ever regret something you've posted? Honestly? How smart are you being when it comes to streaming, messaging, gaming, commenting? The Teen's Guide to Social Media and Mobile Devices will help you navigate the digital world with 21 refreshingly honest and humorous tips that will not only inform, but also just might change the way you think about your social media interaction. 21 real-life tips including: know the app before you snap, don't post anything you wouldn't want grandma, your boss, and Jesus seeing. Jesus is on Insta, you know. Peek at your privacy settings so you know who's peeking at you. Take more selflessies. Press pause before you post, and many more will provide just the information you need to post wisely in an insecure world. Friends, if this doesn't talk about what goes on in our kids' life right now, I don't know what does. Social media, Instagram, selfies, all the things. If your child is going to have a phone or an electronic device, I think that this book is an absolute must-have. And lastly is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens by Sean Covey. I have Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and I swear by that book. I have read it so many times. It's highlighted almost as much as my Bible, and I just was so excited when I saw that they had a teen version, and it comes with a workbook as well. Imagine you had a roadmap, a step-by-step guide to help you get from where you are now to where you want to be in the future. Your goals, your dreams, your plans, they're all within reach. You just need the tools to help you get there. That's what Sean Covey's landmark book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, has been to millions of teens, a handbook to self-esteem and success. Now updated for the digital age, this classic book applies the timeless principles of 7 habits to the tough issues and life-changing decisions teens face. Covey provides a simple approach to help teens improve self-image, build friendships, resist peer pressure, achieve their goals, and appreciate their parents, as well as tackle the new challenges of our time, like cyberbullying and social media. In addition, this book is stuffed with cartoons, clever ideas, great quotes, and incredible stories about real teens from all over the world. Endorsed by high achievers such as former 49ers quarterback Steve Young and 28-time Olympic medalist Michael Phelps, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens has become the last word on surviving and thriving as a teen. I'm super excited about this. Another secret, I did get Christian this as well as the workbook for this year, and I am really, really excited to give it to him. I hope that he likes this as much as I like the one for adults and is able to apply it to his life. He is in 8th grade this year, and next year he goes into high school, which kind of makes me want to throw up. But I want to instill principles and responsibility and integrity and good morals and character into him to prepare him for the life that is ahead of him. And so I just really hope that this book has all of those things, which it sounds like, wrapped into one that will help him enter his next chapter of life. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I'm not always going to be a talking head, but kind of for the next few videos when I'm showing gift ideas and things like that, it's just so much easier for me to do that and to show the product beside me. Again, I'm not a product pusher, but you guys have asked me to do these videos so that you can get different ideas. You know, as your kids go into the teen years, it's harder to buy gifts for them. You know, they kind of want those bigger, more expensive electronic ones. And so to come up with different ideas that aren't super expensive and aren't electronics, because God knows how hard it is to monitor that, I wanted to kind of give a little bit more than just holding things up and not break the secret for my kids as far as what I did get them. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that it gave you some inspiration, especially if you have boys that don't love to read. I hope that you were able to get some ideas here. Friends, until next time, just remember, what if equals fear, but even if equals faith. So I just encourage you to create a life that you love living, even if. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.